Welcome to the Femalepreneur Coach podcast. I am your host, Rebecca Barr. I am a transformational mindset and business coach and six-figure award-winning female entrepreneur. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that business and making money doesn't have to be hard when you're in alignment and flow. Inside this podcast, I will be showing you how to transform your mindset to program it for success, how to maximize your money vibrations, and how to redesign your business for ultimate financial and time freedom. You know you are meant to live an epic life. Now it's time to claim it. Hi ladies, hope you're good. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited to record today's episode. It's been a minute since I've been on here, but I just kind of felt called to today. Had a bit of a divine download this morning because last week for me was super crazy, like so much going on. I was also studying, upgrading all of my qualifications, my modalities for my clients. And it required 60 hours of in-person studying, but all on Canadian time. So I was literally working from 2 in the afternoon till gone 11. Obviously, I've got 4 kids. I'm pregnant, still running my own businesses, still seeing my own clients, but trying to fit this in as well. And obviously, pregnancy fatigue is real. So that was quite tricky. And then obviously this week I was catching up with some of the mums on school runs because I couldn't do some of them last week. And they were just like, how do you do it? How do you do it all? How do you fit it in? And how do you always look so calm and happy? So it kind of prompted me this morning to record this podcast, really, because obviously that is something I'm so passionate about. As women, we do wear a lot of hats and we do have a lot of commitments. And I just feel like I'm on a bit of a mission to spread the message that even though we have those, kids and partners and houses and pets and businesses, we don't have to play small if we just stay in alignment and flow. So we don't have to be overwhelmed. We don't have to be stressed out. It doesn't have to be hard. And we definitely don't need to sit in our masculine energy. So today I thought I would share with you just my top 5 rules, tips, hacks, whatever with you as to how I maintain that alignment without compromising on my output. So I still want 6-figure business. I still want to have success. I still want to have maximum reach. I still want to help as many women as possible to live their best life. So I'm not here for no pocket money or side hustle. I'm here to hopefully change collective hearts and minds. But equally, I don't want to burn out doing it. So these are my tips for you. If you are kind of in the same boat, you're meant for more, you have big dreams and desires for your business, but you don't want to be working 24/7. So this is what I would share with you. So first of all, my number 1 rule is to have your goals set. So a lot of the time when I work with clients, obviously I'm a business coach, so for female entrepreneurs, a lot of the time when I speak to them, they don't actually know what it is that they want, either in terms of financial milestones, but also their dream life and how that's all meant to fit together. So all they know in their minds is just that they want to grow. So I hit this figure last year, so this is what I want to hit this year, with no real aim or purpose, or sort of, number in mind. So when you do that, it makes it really hard to ever really get that progression. But also a lot of the time when we think we need to earn millions and have 7-figure businesses before we can live our dream life, that's absolutely not true. You could probably do it on a fraction of the money that you think that you need. You just need to be super clear on what it is that you want. So if you want to have the ability to go on holiday whenever you want, well, actually, you don't need to be a millionaire to do that. You've just got to prioritize that as a goal, and put your money into it accordingly. If you want to own your house, that's not 25 years down the line. That could be very achievable much sooner. You've just got to be really focused and know that what is the number that you need, and then obviously reverse engineer it. So that's what I always do. I get them to kind of figure out what it is that is their number 1 figure after expenses. So this is the money that would enable you to live your dream life. Because at the end of the day, having a business is great, but if you have no life outside of it, or no balance or happiness, or you're not thriving in all aspects of your life, it's really pointless. So I really encourage my clients to look at the bigger picture, to look at what it is from their dream life. You know, forever is a long time. Let's not set up a business that's going to tie you into daily commitments if that isn't actually, you actually want to be on a beach in Ibiza. So I had this recently with a client who was saying that to me, oh, in 5 years' time. I was like, why are we waiting 5 years, and why are we setting up a business in the meantime that does not serve that goal or purpose? Because, you know, you're then going to have to invest so much money into putting infrastructure to support the commitments that you've put in place. Your goal is actually now bigger, because not only have you got to make a certain amount of money, you've also got to make even more money to cover these costs. So we completely just changed her life and put together a much simpler business model that made so much more sense with where she wants to be in life, and will get her to her dream life on Ibiza on a beach with a cocktail, you know, with complete time freedom a hell of a lot sooner. So I feel really excited about that. So the first thing is getting super clear on your goal. And also why you have that goal. Is it because you feel like that's what you should be doing? That's what the person down the road is doing? Because that's what society is telling you need to do? And then really like lean into that. So I definitely invite you to journal on that. So why do you want what you want, and for what purpose? Then my number 2 tip to stay in alignment is to be super aware of your values. So for me, and this is like your superpower, your self-awareness in any aspect of life, but particularly in business as well. My values are always centered around my family. Like, I have a young family, so I've got 4 small children. I'm pregnant with my 5th, and I don't want to work 24/7. I've experienced burnout, and it's a very real situation in business years ago. And I swore to myself that, you know, life is short. We're here to thrive and expand as human beings and have a fulfilled human experience. It is not to work 24/7 and, you know, and nothing else. So for me, my values are very much about having balance, being in alignment, spending time with my kids, doing something that benefits the world, benefits my clients, my family, humanity. So whenever something comes up to me or is presented to me, either a business opportunity or a decision where I have to make, I always refer back to my values, and I think, is this in alignment with me? Is this going to make me feel happy? Does it serve my higher purpose and my goals? If it doesn't tick any of those boxes, I'm absolutely not in. And I think as women, we really struggle to say no when we want to say no. We always say yes. So, but if you've got a really clear idea of your values, any time where you feel like you're going a little bit off track, it's just a really simple way of bringing you back to alignment and flow. My next tip, and also with goals, by the way, ladies, just as a side note, make sure that you're accounting for your profit, because the amount of people that I know that run 6-figure businesses and can't even afford to pay a wage to themselves is just shocking. I'm going to do a whole nother episode on that. But obviously, you know, factor that into your goals when you're writing them. So my next tip is to delegate, automate, and eliminate. So this is really exciting for me, and it's super empowering as a woman. We always feel like we need to do all the things and be every woman like Whitney Houston with 100 different hats. And I am here to tell you, you have permission to not do any of the things if you don't want to do them. If they don't feel good to you, then don't build a sales funnel. Don't, you know, do webinars. Don't do things that don't feel in alignment with you. But if there are elements that, you know, the higher purpose or principle of it makes sense and feels good to you, however, the daily mechanics of it, i.e. writing sales copy and scripts, then either don't do it at all, because I think you get far more conversions from speaking with genuine passion and from the heart. And I believe you then attract the people that are absolutely meant for your product, meant for your service, will align with your values, your brand, your mission, and will be your raving fans. However, if actually there's stuff in there that, you know, it's just not your area of expertise, but it absolutely fits in with the bigger picture, then outsource it. Give it to somebody who absolutely lives for that sort of stuff, that will put their blood, sweat and tears and energy into it and will do a much better job than you will. Or equally, automate it. If it's something that you're doing, if your goals for the week are, I want to make £2,000 a week, £10,000 a month, then you need to detach yourself from the £10 a day jobs. So you need to reverse engineer it and think, right, okay, how much does that equate to a day? Right, that's the level of value. If it's £500, that's the level of value that I need to put into my business each day. And you ain't going to do that by busying yourself with emails and social media posts that could be easily outsourced to a virtual assistant that will do it for £20 an hour. So be really super mindful and give yourself permission to not torture yourself with jobs that you hate, and take days and keep appearing on your to-do list because it just keeps rolling over and over and over because you're putting them off. Don't become the block to your own business and its growth. So you don't want to be the reason that you didn't ever hit the financial goals that you desire, because you are so stuck in the middle of your business that it can't grow or expand. And that comes from identifying where you can eliminate tasks that just absolutely have no purpose being in your business. So if you are more, if you don't want to do webinars, funnels, sales, like all of that element, don't do it. Just because Sally down the road is doing it doesn't mean that it's in alignment with you, and it doesn't mean that it's going to actually return anything with that energy attached to it. So just eliminate it. So delegate, automate and eliminate whatever you can, and that's at home as well and in your business. So as women, we hate to ask for help, but we have to step out of our masculine and from doing all the things and busying ourselves with the doing, and allow our feminine energy to flow and for us to receive that help and support. That is an absolute must in order to stay in alignment. If you're not sure what the difference is between a £10 activity and a £1,000 activity, then if you head over to my Instagram page, The Femalepreneur Coach, then I've got a really great post on there, or on my blog, which is on my website, www.thefemalepreneur.coach.co.uk. There's like a blog post and an Instagram post that will show you the difference of each activity and what actual value it brings to your business. And all of the ones that are around the £10 mark, honey, those are the first to go. Those are the ones that you absolutely want to automate or delegate at your earliest convenience. And then moving on, number 4 is all about setting yourself up for success. And that typically comes down to your morning routine and starting your day with really intentional and with purpose. So don't let your day run you. You need to run your day. That always comes from, so your daily activities should come from, what lights you up, what keeps you in alignment. So I like to start my morning with some meditation, some journaling, some gratitude, because those are the things that if I don't connect to my feminine energy, I get stuck in writing copy. Nothing creative comes to me unless I allow myself to receive. And if I'm stressed, busy, focused on the doing, and just running around like a headless chicken, I don't have any time or space to do that, to really think or lean into any of the divine downloads that I'm receiving, any of the creative nudges. So that for me personally is something that I have to do each day. Otherwise, I just feel overwhelmed. And if I miss a day, it's not the worst. But, after a few days, I definitely notice the difference. So if it's a case of just planning out your day and having that structure and purpose, stops the overwhelm of, what do I do next? And also then adopt that practice. That's what you need to do. Absolutely. That's always like the first thing. But also adopting habits that serve you. So if you want to drink more water, if you want to become healthier, if you want to be more sort of constant and consistent with your efforts, make that a daily habit that you want to adopt. So again, I've got tons of resources on my website. You can download trackers, planners, like all sorts of things that will help you with that. But equally, when you are just completely open to whatever the day throws at you and you're starting it without any intentional purpose, then you end up being at the mercy of everybody else's energy and priorities and limiting beliefs and whatever mood that they woke up in that day. You end up getting taken off track by everybody and everything. And then you come to the end of the day and you just feel like you haven't achieved anything. Or you end up busy doing loads of things that aren't actually serving your higher purpose or goals. So I'm always really mindful of protecting my energy, who I'm spending my time with, who is in alignment with my values, like all of that you need to be aware of. And then my last tip is just getting, again, super intentional with your time and not being afraid to say no. So embrace your feminine energy and allow space for the universe to do its magic. So stop busying yourself all day long. So you literally don't have a minute to think, you don't have a minute to sit, you don't get to have your lunch, like just running around like a headless chicken firefighting, but equally planning it, going to the other extreme and planning your day so that there is no, to like the nth degree, like every minute of every hour, so that if you then end up deviating from it, you feel bad. And, if you suddenly feel inspired to record a podcast, there's no flexibility in your day to do that. Or for the universe to present you with an opportunity to collaborate with somebody that isn't on your plan, but would actually be really fun and also, help the higher purpose, then, you need to make sure that you also have that flexibility in terms of time, energy, space, heart space as well, to allow for that to flow. So those are kind of like my 5 top tips. I always come back to this if I'm ever in a state of panic. Not that happens really, to be honest, but before, when I kind of set these 5 non-negotiables or guidelines for me, that's when I started to experience real change, real shifts in my energy, in my happiness, in my intention, in my purpose, and therefore my results in my business. I've never worked as little as I do now, and I've never achieved as much as I do now. And there's power in that. So I hope that you found this super helpful. I've absolutely loved sharing this time and space with you and just sort of passing along those little tips that I hope help, because ladies, we do need to step up for ourselves and make ourselves a priority, make our businesses a priority, make our goals a priority, but also our family and our values and the things that make us happy. So, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you found some value in this episode. And I hope that you, just love what I'm about, that you really lean into following what lights you up, what makes you happy, and embracing your feminine energy in business. And I hope you have an incredible day, and I can't wait to speak to you soon on the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode. It's been amazing to share this time with you, and I feel honoured to be part of your journey. If you've loved what you've heard, had an aha moment, or found value in this episode, then please do like, comment and share. I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook, so come and find me, and I look forward to helping you build your epic life.